first book I'm reading is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I know a lot of people love this book, but the reason why I've been putting off reading it so much is because I know it's gonna be a sad book, and I have to be in the right mood to read a sad book. You know, reading books for me is a form of like escapism and just getting thrown into like a different world, and I don't want to be in a world where the world is sad. So I had to be like in the right mood to start reading this, and I started reading this last night. I've been annotating them and I've been having so much fun so far, but I know it's gonna be too dreadful. I know I'm gonna face so many heartbreaks and I'm just not ready for that yet. Guys, I'm like really giddy right now and happy, and I love what's happening right now, and I don't like it. I just want to be giddy and happy. I don't want to be sad. So hi guys. So I am about 40% into the book. I had to take a break because my back was hurting me. Like I was just slouching the whole time. But yeah, I'm loving the book so far. I get the reason for the hype. It's such a good book, and if my back wasn't hurting right now, I would still be reading it. I would just be reading this the whole day, and literally that's the plan for today. I'm just gonna read the book the whole day. I didn't think I would be as into it as I thought I was. Like I know it's a good book because a lot of people love it, but I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with the characters that easily.
A few moments later.
I don't like this anymore. I can't read this anymore. This is so hard. I don't like it anymore. I'm genuinely having a hard time continuing reading this book now. It's hard. Okay, I'm back to feeling giddy and happy. The array of emotions I felt during these last couple hours is ridiculous. I'm back to enjoying it, and then probably in the next couple hours I'll be back to hating it. Can't wait. Hi, it's like 11:30 right now. I finished that much in the book. I'm on chapter 21. I'm around like maybe 70%. The goal was to finish the book by today, but clearly I didn't finish it. I'm probably gonna finish it tomorrow, and I'm gonna start the other books soon. I'm gonna read a happy one because I can't keep reading sad books. It's too hard. I want to read a happy book with a happy ending. I want the couples to get together. I don't want pain. Guys, why was this a popular book? It's too sad. Like, I can't handle it. Hi guys, I'm almost done at Enter This by Colleen Hoover. First of all, I just want to say, look at how pretty my annotations are. Like, that's a work of art. So a lot of conflicting feelings have been going on ever since I like got to the halfway stage of reading It Ends With Us. I got a lot of it done. I just didn't want to finish it because, well, I'm gonna get hurt, and I just didn't want to get hurt. I'm almost done the book. I'm trying so hard not to have my tears running down my face. But yeah, yeah, I think I only have like a chapter or two left. So excited to finish this book. This book has given me so much heartache. I have been in pain all the time ever since I read this book, and I'm gonna try my very best to just forget about this book. Guys, I finally finished It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. So yes, I understand. I completely understand the hype around this book. It is phenomenal and very captivating. I give it 5 stars. So definitely for me, the hardest part about reading this book is the fact that it was so easy to get attached to the characters, for me to fall in love with Ryle. Colleen Hoover made it really, really easy for you to fall in love with Ryle. And because of that, the heartache was so much more deeper. Yeah, so it hurts to read this book, and I get the hype for it. It deserves the hype. I think the way Colleen Hoover writes is very captivating. And this is the first book I've ever read of hers. I'm not gonna say Colleen Hoover is the author that I would naturally pick off the shelf. No, I don't think that's ever gonna be the case, because there's a lot of joy in this book, but there's a lot of pain as well, and I just want to read for entertainment. I'll say I had a lot of fun in the beginning of the book. I didn't know anything about this book prior to reading it. I usually never do research on the books I read, so naturally I didn't know anything about the latter half of the book, which helped in its surprise but also hurt me a lot more. Definitely like read the trigger warnings and research about prior to reading it. I think that's a good advice when it comes to reading this book, and I know like a majority of people have already read It Ends With Us. I'm one of the few rare cases that haven't read the book yet. Also, I forgot the fact that It Ends With Us is gonna have a movie adaptation. The characters and the movie adaptation cast members, they don't align. They just don't click for me. I just cannot imagine Ryle and Lily as those people. But yeah, I finished the book. I can finally take it out of my TBR list. So next book I'm going to be reading is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I have heard so many great things about this book, and because the last book I read is quite intense, I kind of want to go for like an easy going vibe. I want something like fluffy and romantic. Ali Hazelwood has like 2 or 3 more other books out since releasing this book, and this is her debut book, I believe. I'm really excited for this one. I love my romance books. I love contemporary romance. I love reading romance books over and over and over again. I think they're the greatest thing in the world, so I'm definitely gonna enjoy reading any romance book. Okay guys, so I'm on page 189. I'm on chapter 12. Okay, so my thoughts so far. I'm enjoying the book. I think it's such a fun book to read. It definitely makes me giddy and happy, and I really enjoy the book. But one thing I will say, I don't like how much Olive has been lying throughout the book. I get it, it's a fake dating romance. She has to lie a lot. I like my fake dating romance. I just don't like the fact that she's lying so much. The amount of times Olive has been lying is ridiculous, and I'm only halfway through, so I know she's gonna keep lying because we're only halfway through the book. And also, Olive kept reiterating the fact that Adam was tall. Bro, I get it. She keeps telling us that Adam is tall and large and big and every other synonym of large and big and tall. She has been saying it over and over and over again, and I'm getting tired. Like, girl, don't you think I know that already? Don't you think I imagine all the fictional boys to be tall? Girl, I get it. You've been mentioning it over and over again. I get it. He's tall. Anyways, I am enjoying the book. It is fun to read. I find myself smiling a lot throughout the book. Yeah, so let me keep reading and I'll tell you my thoughts later. Oh, and also, I was annotating with a pen, right? I usually use rulers when I annotate, and I haven't been doing that with this book, and I deeply regret it. The lines are like not straight at all, and I was annotating by like writing words on the pages. Biggest regret of my life. Never want to do it again. If my future children see this, pay no mind. You never saw anything. Hi guys. So it's the next day and I just finished reading The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I loved it. I definitely want to read more books from Ali Hazelwood. I did, however, just give it 3.5 stars. It's not to say that this book was bad. It's amazing. However, there were times that I felt kind of there was like something missing from the book. Also, I just have like beef with all books, all romance contemporary books written in third person. Like, I don't understand why we have to write romance books in third person. It just isn't necessary, and it makes me so confused. Like, every time I see like I'm in the middle of reading a book and like the main character says her own name, I'm like, why are you saying your own name? That's like always confusing for me. That's like my beef in general with every single contemporary romance books written in third person. I just don't understand it. Why are we doing like this? So that being said, I don't really know why I rated it as such. It's just a feeling. It's just what I felt. Hi guys, don't get mad, but I already actually started reading the next book, which is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Pretend I haven't read this book and I haven't annotated it and I haven't done anything to it. Let's pretend, because I forgot to film this part of the video and that was my fault, and I'm sorry. So this is what I would have said if I didn't forget to film it. The next book I'm going to be reading is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This isn't the first Taylor Jenkins Reid book I'm reading. I've already read 2 books prior to reading this one, Malibu Rising and One True Love by her. One True Love is my favorite book of all time. I gave it 6 stars. I loved it so much. I thought the story was amazing. So I was really excited to read this one. And in Taylor Jenkins Reid's books are part of the interconnected cinematic universe. There is a character from Malibu Rising that's in here, which is Mcleod. So I thought that was like a cool touch when I was reading that. And for The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I'm already around 50% in. I read a lot already, and like I've said before, I don't do research on the books I read. I just go in blindly. So when I was reading this, it was a very different vibe from the previous book I read. But yeah, already 50% in. I'm gonna get back to reading. I'm actually almost done reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I only have maybe like 30% left. I'm like that many pages through, and I'm trying to give you guys updates on how it's going with the book, but it's kind of hard to give updates without spoiling anything because a lot of the key parts are obviously spoilers, and we do go through the whole life of Evelyn and her career, and that's a long story, and I don't think I can say anything without spoiling it already. But we did get to Harry. Harry is my favorite character out of everyone in the whole book. Harry and Evelyn met very early on in Evelyn's career, and Harry and Evelyn do get married. I love the relationship between Harry and Evelyn. I think throughout the whole book, Evelyn and Harry's relationship was very strong, and I really loved how their relationship developed. Everyone in this book feels very real and raw. They feel like actual human beings. I feel like Taylor Jenkins Reid really encapsulates that and really has like a good hold on who each character is. That being said, I don't think I'm gonna be giving this book like a 5 stars, maybe 4 stars at most. Like, I just had a hard time connecting with the characters and with the story. I don't know, I just don't have many thoughts about it. I feel like it is a very interesting book to read. I just cannot connect to the characters whatsoever or the story whatsoever. Like, I feel for it. I feel for Evelyn. I feel for what she had to go through. It's a very weird feeling to be in right now. So yeah, I'm almost done the book. I'm on her 6th husband right now. I'll keep reading and maybe, I don't know, I might change my mind. Who knows? So you know how I'm almost done reading this book? I'm on page 325. I'm that much through. I'm so scared as to what's gonna happen soon. I don't know. I'm like, I can feel something creeping in. Something is about to happen, and I don't know. I think it's gonna be bad, and I'm not excited for it. This is what I'm looking at right now. If I freaking turn the page and there's a newspaper cutout, I'm gonna be pissed. Or if there's like something bad that happens, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm not ready. I'm seriously not ready.
A few moments later.
I'm not okay. I freaking knew it. Oh my god. I told you. I freaking knew it. Oh. This is so annoying. I hate how emotional I am. I really do. I just want to be able to not cry when I read a book. That has never happened before. I cry for every single book I read. I'm not okay. No, I don't even know if I actually like this book. I just know that I cry a lot. I have very conflicting feelings about this book, but I'm just so freaking emotional about everything that I have to cry for the characters. Oh my god. No. You know what I hate? You know what I freaking hate sometimes about reading books like this, like physical hobbies, because I happen to just glance over the next page and see something that's gonna spoil it. I still haven't gotten to that part. I'm freaking out. Send help. Oh my god. What the actual fuck? Oh my goodness, wait, give me a minute. There's so much going on. I'm at the end of the book, right? They're throwing me so many bombs here. They're giving me one thing after the other, and I do not have time to process anything. I'm not okay. What the hell is going on? Oh my god. Let me calm down first. Jeez. Oh my god. So many things are happening. So many things I want to annotate. So little time they give me. It's the next day and I finished reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I actually finished this last night, but I felt like I needed to take time to fully digest what I just read. There's a lot happening, especially during that ending part of the book. So I wanted to take the time to marinate my thoughts and have like the full version of my thoughts. So I gave this book 4.5 stars to like 5 stars. So I do recommend it to people, and I think it's definitely the type of book that you should go and read. That being said, when I was reading this book, I didn't really feel connected to the characters. It just felt like they were so far away in a sense. I don't know how to describe that to you, but as I got to the ending part, I felt more connected to them. It took a lot of time for me to just adjust to the book. Also, there are times that this book felt slow, which is absurd to say because Evelyn's life was so full. Like, she had like a very chaotic life, but the way it was written maybe made it feel a little slow. It was only towards the ending that I really picked up the speed. Or actually it felt more like they were bombarding you with all these information. It was just like one reveal after the other. That being said, I did love the relationship between Harry and Evelyn. I liked their relationship a lot more than I liked the relationship between Evelyn and Celia, because Harry and Evelyn like stood by each other. They were by each other from the very beginning of Evelyn's career. So I really liked how their relationship just developed into something like that. It was so sacred and integral to their characters. It felt very sincere, and it was the kind of relationship that just made me cry. Like, I loved their relationship so much. So yeah, 5 stars for this book. I loved it. I think people should read it. If you haven't read it, go read it. Okay, it's time for book 4. Book 4 is Emily Henry's book, People Meet on Vacation. Actually, it's taking me like a long time to get through all of these books because I'm reading other books in between, and it's kind of annoying because I can't focus on my task. But yeah, anyways, next book is Emily Henry's book. I love Emily Henry. So I've read 2 of her books prior to this one. I've read Book Lovers and Beach Read. Both were amazing. I love the way Emily Henry writes. So basically, Emily Henry is practically the queen of TikTok books. So I'm so excited to read this one. This has been in my bookshelf for such a long time, and I've been meaning to read this for the longest time. So I'm so glad I can finally get to it. I already started reading this. I don't know, I don't think I can actually update you guys while I'm reading this book, because for me, I fly by all romance books. I think romance books are so easy to just digest. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to update you guys as much as I want to, because I'm already like a good chunk in. I'm already on chapter 11, and I don't know, I don't really have much to say other than I'm loving the story so far. I love the relationship between Poppy and Alex, and I'm going to university in the fall, and I'm like delusional and kind of imagining meeting my Alex. Guys, it's a problem. I'm well aware how delusional I am. So this book really isn't helping. It's a problem. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to reading this, and I'll try to update you guys, but I don't know if I'll be able to. So I'm watching the book girlies while I'm reading, so that's like such a vibe. But anyways, I just finished chapter 16. Quite intense. They had like a fight there. I ended up highlighting way too much on this chapter. Throughout the book, you kind of realize how different Poppy and Alex are from each other, and it creates like an interesting dynamic. It's kind of like opposites attract kind of, and their like relationship with each other is quite interesting. Hi guys, I'm on hold right now, so if you hear something, that's my hold. But my back started hurting. I'm almost done. Can you believe that? We still haven't found out what the reason for the miscommunication is. The last book I read that's like similar to this, where they haven't seen each other in like years and they reunite, is Love in Other Words. And for that one, the reveal of why they haven't talked to each other in such a long time was so good. Oh, never mind. So I'm hoping for this one is as good as that one, because I really enjoyed the way they revealed it. Yeah, so I'm almost done. I love Alex. Alex is such a Prince Charming. He's so wonderful. I love him so much. He's the best. Every single book boyfriend that Emily Henry has written is always phenomenal. I've just been sitting here and reading, and literally I haven't moved from this spot for so long. My back is exhausted. But I just realized the gap between the last time they spoke to each other was a lot shorter than what I thought. I thought it was a lot longer than just 2 years. 2 years isn't that long. I don't know what the reveal is gonna be like, but 2 years isn't that long, and I was like imagining it to be as long as the gap in Love in Other Words for some reason. I don't know, but I'm happy to say, to update you guys, I just finished with my call. I got what needed to be done. That was so scary for me. I don't like calling people. It feels weird, okay? I'm proud of myself for accomplishing a small itty-bitty task. Okay, so I am on chapter 34. They just revealed the big reason as to why they haven't spoken to each other in 2 years. I think it could have been better. The reveal was just a little lackluster for me. I feel like there could have been a lot more than just that. And because of that, you two haven't spoken to each other in 2 years. I feel like the reason though is very easy to solve. And if they just talked to each other, it could have been resolved. It just feels like something's missing. Guys, I finished reading People With Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. Also, it's raining outside. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like real gloomy outside. I love it. It's perfect reading weather. So yeah, anyways, like I said, I just finished People With Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. I loved it. I highlighted it a lot more than I thought I would. I will say, I don't think this is my favorite of hers, but I will still be reading any of her upcoming releases. She just released Happy Place, and honestly, I've wanted to wait until they release paperback versions of Happy Place, but I kind of really want it right now. I think for the rating, I'd give it like 3.5 to 4 stars, around there. My review, I loved it. Definitely gives you such fun summery vibes. Perfect to read over the summer. I love the characters, Poppy and Alex. I think Emily Henry really shines with her characters. Like, her characters felt like the type of characters that you could easily fall in love with and want to be friends with. Emily Henry is just that good at giving dimension to her characters, because like Poppy and Alex felt human. The problems they were facing were very human-like. They don't see eye to eye on everything. They definitely have their differences. And because of that, they felt very human to me. As for the reason why they stopped talking, like I said, I felt like it could have been a little better. There could have been more to it than just that. It felt like something was missing. It could have been better. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the book. I think it's such a fun book to read. If you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. And yeah. Hey guys, so those are all the books that I'm gonna be reading for this video. This was actually a pretty long video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Subscribe!